up YouTube? It's Vlogmas day 6. For today's video, I thought I would show you the books I brought to college for my final semester. And this is not including books for school. It's like textbooks and books read for class. This is just books that I brought for myself. Start with this one, Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Books of poetry. We have Samuel Coleridge, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner and Other Poems. William Butler Yeats, Early Poems. Dover Thrift Editions, I don't know. T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland at Proof Rock. And Other Poems, because English majors, you need to have T.S. Eliot on your shelf. Even if you're never going to actually finish reading it. I read it first class. Not this version. I didn't have this book. It was in a textbook. But I had to... All of the books of poems I have, I got because I felt like English major need poems. Lord Tennyson. Offered Lord Tennyson because, you know. And then Lord Byron. And I actually have two books of Lord Byron's poetry. And if you follow me on Instagram and you followed me during the 2016 BookTube-a-thon, you know that this was one of my entries for the Instagram challenge. And I read some poems during BookTube-a-thon. On poetry, I also have this big International Collectors Library edition of poems by Byron, Keats, and Shelley. I found it in a thrift store and I thought, oh my god, this is beautiful to have it. The spine is actually kind of broken, so I can't really open it. According to this paper in it, it comes in Marie Antoinette binding, whatever that means. I mean, it probably explains it, but I can't really read this one because it is this. I'm pretty sure the reason it looks like it's like this and like fine is because I used my mom's nail glue to try and keep it from falling apart. And then at the next poetry thing is I have a big book of Emily Dickinson poems. Again, I wrote a lot of Dickinson for school, but I don't have this book because for school. Last year and like earlier this year, I went through a phase of, I'm an English major, I need to have some poetry on my shelves, which is why I have all these poetry books, and this one. In a weird category, I have Inside a Witch's Coven. Yes. Demons, Vampires, Fallen Angels, and Other Subversive Spirits. Oh, it's a field guide too. The Secret Commonwealth of Elves, Fauns, and Fairies. I just realized I should have been saying authors because these ones are not otherwise known. This one just says McCoy. Yeah, this one is by Etta something McCoy. The half-price book sticker is still on it, and it's so Etta McCoy. This one is by Carol K. Mack and Dynamac, and then this one is R. Kirk and Elaine. These were all like I thought they would be interesting to use like for writing references. Folk and Fairy Tales, which was a textbook, but from a few years ago for my children's literature class, and I thought it would be nice to have some fairy tales on my shelf. Unfortunate English, the gloomy truth behind the words you use. It's, yeah, British rulers and their queens, a field guide. From, I think I bought this at, not Westminster, maybe Westminster Abbey, under the clock tower, under not Big Ben, Westminster Abbey in London, I believe. Keep Calm and Carry On, a book of good advice for hard times. And they have things like, success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. Or failures are finger posts on the road to achievement. C.S. Lewis. I also bought this in England. I don't remember exactly where. A dictionary and thesaurus because college. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's a little beat up copy. It was my grandmother's copy. She gave it to me. I actually have all 7 books of the series, not Cursed Child. And I don't think I brought Beetle the Bard with me, but I have that one too. So yeah, Harry Potter. Harry Potter comes with me to everywhere I move to. Because it's Harry Potter. Then, let's see. I have High Society by Ally Carter. I actually have all 3 High Society books here. And I only hold up Uncommon Criminals because I lost the dust jacket for High Society. So you have Uncommon Criminals and High Society and Perfect Scoundrel. And I have Grift of the Maggie and Double Crossed on ebook. I'll probably talk about this more and do a whole nother video about this, but last semester I took part in the first ever university class about Sages and Snails. So I own almost her entire catalog now. But I only brought my favorites with me back this semester because I figured I shouldn't be bringing a ton of books. So I brought Loose Women, which is one of her poetry books. I want to say it's her second one, but yeah, it's the second poetry book, Loose Women. It's one of my favorites because I just love her poetry, but also because we had a guest speaker in our class one day and she had one of us read out loud, and it was me, and I don't do well reading out loud, but when I read this poem, I read Loose Women, the title poem, out loud in class, and I was so astonished by like how loud my voice was and how confident I was. Basically, I just love Sages and Snails. And then I also brought her first book of poems, My Wicked Wicked Ways, because I love these poetries. I've written papers about poems in this book. And finally, I had to bring The House on Mango Street, which is her most famous work, but also the first Sages and Snails book I ever read. And it has seriously become a defining book in my college career because I have written about it and had classes talk about this book or pieces of this book since my sophomore year. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, and I really enjoyed it. Fun fact, through that class I took last semester, that was the first in the country of a university level class on Sages and Snails, I met her. I'll tell more about that later and show you my signed program. We have Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. Tell the Wind and Fire by Sarah Reese Brennan, which I have started but not have gotten very far through. And I got this, I think like a month before it was released, like officially released, because I went to, Cassandra Clare's Lady Midnight book signing, where I also got Lady Midnight. I have Becca Cooper Terrier, which I'm pretty sure I've talked about on this channel. That's one of my all-time favorite books. I actually also have Bloodhound and Mastiff here with me. I have this one in paperback, and as you can see, it's very well worn. I've had it since I was about 14, I think. And then the final book that I brought with me to my last semester of college has been with me since I was 11. It is my all-time favorite book, and I've asked for a new copy for Christmas because it has a new edition and a new cover, but this is my cherished version. And that is The Forgotten Beast of Eld by Patricia A. McKillop. And it is, I don't even know how to put into words how much I love this book. I reread it multiple times a year. And as you can see, it's falling apart. It's been taped up, cover. And I've had it so long. I used to draw on my books, and I would write my name on the side of the books because I would take them to school, and you know, you don't want to lose them. but it's my all-time favorite book. I've read it a million times. But yeah, so that was Vlogmas Day 6. That was the books I brought with me to my final semester of college. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.